Let me tell you a story about a guy named William Johnson, who's a prominent white nationalist and a big league supporter of Donald Trump's campaign. He is now paying for a robocall ad that is targeting the anti-Trump conservative presidential candidate, Evan McMullin in Utah. I don't want to tell you anything about the ad. I'm just going to play it for you. This is a robocall because it's truly amazing. It makes me feel like we're in, I don't know, the 70s or before.
Hello, my name is William Johnson. I'm a farmer and a white nationalist. I make this call against Evan McMullin and in support of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Evan McMullin is an open borders amnesty supporter. Evan has two mommies. His mother is a lesbian married to another woman. Evan is okay with that. Indeed, Evan supports the Supreme Court ruling legalizing gay marriage. Evan is over 40 years old and is not married and doesn't even have a girlfriend. I believe Evan is a closet homosexual. Don't vote for Evan McMullin. Vote for Donald Trump. He will respect all women and be a president we can all be proud of.
Yeah.
I paid for this ad for the American National Super PAC.
Guys, Evan McMullin doesn't even have a girlfriend, and his moms are lesbians, and he's gay, so vote for Trump. Now, Johnson was asked, well, what evidence do you have for these claims by the Daily Beast? And he said, well, Wikipedia mentions the story about Evan McMullin's mom, and if you Google him, there's a lot of other people who think he's gay also. None of this is accurate, but I don't even care. Obviously, the white nationalist pro-Trump robocall, I don't think anybody in our audience expects it to be particularly fact-based, but it's just the idea that you do a call and number one, you openly mention, hey, I'm a white nationalist. Maybe you would worry that that might turn a few people off, although if it's focused in Utah, I know the Mormon church only recently said that black people are equal to white people, so maybe there's something to that. But the whole don't vote for him because he's gay thing, does that appeal to anybody anymore? I know there are homophobes, but I don't know.
Very few people. And it's funny how this kind of puts you in a box where you have to say, oh, he's not gay. And yeah, his mom's remarried to a lesbian woman, but he doesn't agree with that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with any of that, right?
This is too nuts even for the Trump campaign, because they said, oh, we don't want anything to do with this. We didn't coordinate this. We reject the support of white supremacist William Johnson. When the Trump campaign says it's actually a little much for us, you know this guy's over the top.
Right, kind of like when Al Qaeda was like, "We're kind of scared of ISIS," but but yeah, I don't know. I do feel like the homophobic angle definitely appeals to a lot of people.
Even do you think in Utah in particular, or just nationally?
I think nationally, maybe even Utah. Particularly, I don't really have that much data about homophobics in Utah, but I'm positive that it will appeal to a large number of people.
This type of nonsense that we are seeing should be relegated to the nooks and crannies of obscure corners of the internet, but instead it's a robocall going to nearly 200,000 people paid for by a white nationalist, accusing one candidate of being gay as a reason not to vote for him. I guess, I mean, I'm not really commending the Trump campaign because it's sort of obvious that you don't want support from homophobic white nationalists in the United States on balance, although it'll appeal to somebody. But the Trump campaign at least did the right thing, as bad as things are for them, Pat, in saying, this is not for us.
Right, but they're still going to be the beneficiaries of this ad, right? It's just how, like, when Trump decided not to denounce David Duke right away, I mean, he was still kind of giving a wink and the nod to say, I do kind of support what he's saying.
When you denounce him after a week, you've already given the wink and the nod to the people who like that endorsement, and then you're still getting on paper the fact that you don't actually want the endorsement. You might have noticed months ago that I had this very, very bright metal watch that I would wear on the show. And that's a watch that I have had for, I think at this point, something like 13 or 14 years. And I took it off a couple months ago and was just sort of done with it and was thinking of getting a new watch. And one of the companies that I was looking at that I really like is Movement Watches. And before I pulled the trigger, because I take months to make any buying decision, anybody who knows me knows that, a Movement Watches actually approached us and said, hey, we'd like to sponsor some episodes of the David Pakman Show. We'd like to send you a free watch, and we want to be involved. And that is now the watch that people have seen me wearing. Movement Watches, the backstory is similar to the David Pakman Show in that it was two broke college kids who started Movement Watches. And the idea was watches that are nice very often cost $400 or $500 at a department store. Instead, Movement Watches start at $95. They have grown their business, much like we've grown the David Pakman Show. with the help of crowdfunding like Indiegogo. They've done that and we've done that. And for our audience, they have actually set up a promo code. If you go to mvmtwatches.com/Pakman, you will get 15% off of your order, plus free shipping, plus free returns if you decide that you want to exchange or return your watch. Check it out. I love this watch. I get compliments on it everywhere I go, and I want you to check them out as well. Go to mvmtwatches.com/Pakman. That's Pakman, 15% off.